That night, I should have been asleep. But I wasn't. Let me start from the beginning so you will understand. In our boarding school, nights were never truly quiet. No matter how strict the principal was, or how early the bell rang in the morning, the dormitories always had life in them at night. Some girls whispered about their families. Some smuggled biscuits and Gary, sharing in the dark. Sometimes you'd hear the rustle of nylon bags, or the clink of a spoon in a hidden tin of milk. Even when everyone was tired, there was always the soft snore of someone, or the creak of a bunk as someone turned in their sleep. That's why, when I first noticed the silence, I knew something was wrong. But it wasn't only that night. It started days earlier. The first sign. One evening, after prep, a group of us were washing plates by the tap near the dining hall. An older girl, Patricia, leaned close to us and said quietly, "Have you girls heard? She's been seen again." We all paused. "Who?" I asked. Patricia lowered her voice even more. "Miss Koikoi." Ngozi, my bunkmate, laughed nervously. "Oh, you people and stories." But Patricia shook her head. "No joke. The seniors in Yellow House said they heard her last week. High heels, clicking on the floor near their dorm. They even smelled her perfume." "Roses," another girl gasped. I tried to brush it off, but that night as we returned to the dorm, I couldn't stop thinking of it. Roses. High heels. Silence. The second sign. 2 nights later, I was awake late, writing a letter to my cousin by torchlight under the blanket. Suddenly, I heard footsteps outside. Not the heavy steps of a guard. Not the shuffle of the matron. These were sharp, measured steps. Koikoi, Koikoi. I froze. The torch slipped from my hand. The sound moved along the corridor, steady, unhurried. Then it stopped, right outside our dorm. I held my breath. My heart was beating so loud, I thought the whole dorm could hear it. After a few seconds, the footsteps moved again, away this time. The next morning, I asked if anyone else had heard. Some shook their heads. Some didn't answer. Ngozi only looked at me and whispered, "I told you, don't open your eyes." The third sign. By the weekend, the whole dorm was restless. Even the seniors looked uneasy. Little things started happening. One girl woke up and found her slippers outside the dorm door, even though she swore she had left them under her bed. Another claimed she saw a shadow by the bathroom wall, long and slim, even though nobody was there. At night, the smell of roses sometimes drifted in through the windows, sickly sweet, but not from any flower on our compound. The matron dismissed it. She said it was a girl talk, foolishness to avoid sleeping. But she never once stayed with us at night. She would lock the doors quickly and hurry away to her quarters. We were left alone. The night it happened. That night, I should have been asleep. But I wasn't. The dormitory was too quiet, and that's how I first knew something was wrong. I was lying on my bunk, eyes half closed, when I heard it. Koikoi, Koikoi. The sound of high heels. Slow. Steady. Walking on the corridor tiles outside our dorm. At first, I told myself maybe it was the matron. But then I remembered, no staff ever patrolled at night. The gates were locked. We were alone. The sound came closer. Koikoi, Koikoi. Ngozi reached for my hand from the bunk below. Her palm was wet with sweat. She whispered, "Don't open your eyes if she comes in." The door creaked open. Cold air rushed inside. My blanket felt useless. Nobody moved. Even the girl who always snored stopped breathing. I kept my eyes shut, but I could feel her presence. Heavy. Cold. Like someone bending right over me. Her perfume filled the air, roses, but rotten. The heels tapped slowly across the floor. I could picture her sharp red shoes, her long nails, her pale, angry face. Then it happened. The bunk at the far end shook. A girl screamed once, short, sharp, then silence. Cut off like a hand pressed over her mouth. When I opened my eyes, the bed was empty. The blanket was still warm, but Chidinma was gone. We never saw her again. Aftermath. The next morning, teachers said she ran away. They called her parents. They warned us not to spread rumors. But we knew. We all knew. Nobody runs away without shoes. Nobody leaves their uniform folded neatly on the chair. Nobody leaves their biscuits untouched, their money hidden in their box, their exercise books stacked neatly on the locker. That night, nobody slept alone. Mattresses were dragged together. Girls whispered prayers, clutched rosaries, and tied red cloth on their wrists, saying it would keep them safe. But the truth was, we all feared the same thing, that when the dorm fell silent again, when the crickets hushed, and when the air grew too heavy, she would come back. Miss Koikoi. To this day, whenever the night is too quiet, I hear it in my head. Koikoi, Koikoi. And I pray she doesn't come back for me.